Don't forget it. One West, I'm living there. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Feeling unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. I.S.U.P.K, don't forget it. One West, I'm living there. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Feeling unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. Who I be? I'm a back, never south, break these bitches out. Get one through your stomach, through your damn meal, nigga. One that's nothing but soldiers and real niggas. Let my eyes get up. Kiss the motherfucking boot to play nice, bitch. If you ain't an Israelite, then not a problem. So pass some fire through the bar, baby, you can take a bitch. When they see us at the mall, and we break it down, see. Do it for the 12 tribe blood of an Israelite. When them devils start to die, we gon' fight, we gon' fight. Slash by the most high, we gon' break the sky. When them white Marys run, oh, I'm off in the car. Bury me a motherfucking bitch when I die. U.P.K. one rest, you know what's the lie. Fuck the other side, we gon' fuck what you want. If you have to give the order and we gon' take off. U.P.K, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Feeling unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. U.P.K, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for
Lock it. Up.
U.P.K, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Feeling unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. U.P.K, don't forget it. One West, I'm living, yeah. This for all my niggas, brothers and sisters, yeah. Feeling unstoppable, cause you know the Lord is with you, yeah. Breaking down scripture, that's the only motherfucking mission, yeah. Who I be? I'm a back, never south, break these bitches out. Get one through your stomach, through your damn meal, nigga. One that's nothing but soldiers and real niggas. Let my eyes get up. Kiss the motherfucking boot to play nice, bitch. If you ain't an Israelite, then not a problem. So pass the fire through the wall, baby, you can take a bitch. When they see us at the mall, then we break it down.
Yeah, like that, like turning it down a little slow instead of just cutting off automatic. And then we, you know what I'm saying, come right in, just cutting it off clean like that. You know what I'm saying?
You ready?
Con, as a matter of fact, give me. We're gonna go into the book of Judges right quick.
Khan.
Hold on. Make sure I got the right scripture. Okay. Yeah, we can right hit it.
Khan. Book of Judges. Right?
Right.
Okay, Khan.
Book of Judges, chapter 20. Are we
Khan.
on?
Khan.
Shalom. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander Gen.YAHANNA. Today's topic is brotherhood and of rank. We got to get this whole rank thing, you know, also situated also. We have to do this because rank sets everything in order. It sets everything in order. And this is how we get, this is one of the ways we get strong as a people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, by the rank. You know, you can't have an army out there without no rank. And our people really We really don't have really too much of a concept of this. But we're going to get it today. And then we're going to find out also too, because what I want to start this out with, I want to start this out in the book of Judges with the situation, because a sister was on Facebook and said she said we should protect all black people regardless of what they do. Pretty much saying, she was saying if they're gay or whatever the case is, that we should defend them just because they're black. Pretty much trying to get us to defend the gay agenda. And she don't give a damn about black people. And you defend the gay agenda, you're not operating in brotherhood. You're not. Go ahead.
Because if it could, in the scripture says it's abomination.
Yes, exactly. And as I had to let this sister know, the Lord had tore many people up behind trying to defend that agenda. And you know what? And all the people that he tore up were not gay. All of them were not gay themselves. But what were they doing? They were defending the ones that were. That was a problem. And the Lord had them killed too. So much so that Benjamin was reduced all the way down to 400 men. And notice something too. The Lord killed all the women in Benjamin. Now, let that sink in for a second. You got a dude running around fruity as can damn be, and then you're gonna sit there and he's not even hide. He doesn't even have enough, to even hide and be like, damn, and be ashamed of what he do. He's like, damn, he's like, this is what I am. This is who I am. This is what I do. And want you to defend it, right? And the sisters, like I always say, sisters are the biggest supporters of the gay agenda. They always are. You rise up to fight. You rise up to get somebody against these gay dudes and everything. That's not brotherhood. Now I can see if he's somebody lost in the world and getting jumped and beat up by somebody or something like that. Okay, fine. He's lost out. He's out there in the world. Whatever the damn case is, and then you run in, to help to stop them from killing him or whatever the case is. Yeah, I can understand that. But here's the thing. For someone to say you should protect them inside that agenda, that's what she's really saying for real. And of course, I cut her to piss, because that's what she's really trying to get us to do. They try to use black male strength to support whatever agenda it is that they out there, and come to find out, she also admitted that she's a lesbian herself. You see what I'm saying? You defend that agenda, because when people defend, if you see a gay dude getting beat up, right? And then you go be like, hey man, stop hitting him. You're not defending that agenda. You're defending that guy, that person. You don't want to see this person get beaten to, beat to piss and all of that. You're defending him. But then in her situation, what she wants is for us to defend that agenda. That's a difference. There's a difference right there. She wants us to defend that agenda, the gay agenda. You see how they try to everybody uses black people for whatever the hell they want to use us for. Everybody uses black people. And then what do? They use us and they throw us away. All right, let's get into the scriptures though, right quick. Let's go into Judges chapter 20 and verse 4. We'll start at verse 4.
Judges in 20 and verse 4?
No, we'll start at 3.
Judges 20 and verse 3. Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel were gone up to Mizpah,
right.
Then said the children of Israel, tell us, how was this wickedness?
Yeah. So, they said, they just like, how was this wickedness right here? Because what was they doing? They was on some Sodom and Gomorrah type stuff.
Go
ahead, keep going.
And the Levites, the husband of the woman that was slain,
Right.
answered and said, I came and Gabali,
Into Gibeah.
Gibeah, that belongeth to Benjamin.
Go ahead.
I and my concubine to Lodge, and the men of Gibeah rose against me and beset the house round about upon me by night.
Right.
And though
thought
to have slain me,
right,
and my concubine have they forced that she is dead.
Right, because what did they do? They raped her till she was dead. They actually wanted boys. They wanted men. So they like, all right, you threw her out her, so they raped her, you know, and brutalized this woman until she was dead the next day. Go ahead.
If I could, what race is doing this right now?
This is Israel doing this.
Damn.
Yeah, this is Israel doing this to this Levite man's woman. Because she played the whore against him and was gone for, I think it was 4 months, you know, into her father's house so she can go and be a hot girl. Or what was it? The hot girl summer and all of that. That's what she wanted to do. And she got some hot girl stuff all right. So much so that he killed her. All right, go ahead.
And I took my concubine and cut her in pieces.
Now those just sound like some serial killer stuff right here. Now think about it for a second though. What did he do with her when he cut her in pieces?
And sent her throughout all the country. Just sent her through the mail, basically.
All right, go ahead.
Of the inheritance of Israel.
And sent her he cut her up into 12 portions. And sent her out to every tribe. Sent her body parts out to every tribe. It's funny because I didn't understand this, you know, before coming into the truth of why he did that. I'm like, this sounds like some real serial killer type, you know, like some real brutal serial killer type stuff. But when you go into the scriptures, go ahead.
I'm saying, I think you finna get it. I don't know. I never read it, but it sounds like you finna say, like, basically, this is what happened when you do stuff like that. Like,
yeah, but
I'm saying he was letting all the tribes know.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was, yeah.
God.
Think about it. What did King Saul do when they decided they didn't want to go up against the Amalekites? He took an ox and chopped the ox up, right?
12 pieces, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And sent it to all
the tribes. And they knew that as a sign is if you don't come out and come to war, then all your oxes is going to get this. So what was this man saying? Well, by cutting this woman up like that, he's saying, if y'all don't, you know, try to handle this damn situation right here, all of y'all's women
are going to
suffer the same fate.
Salakia.
And you know what? If they didn't hop to, then that would have happened. As a matter of fact, you had a drug dealer that did that. It was a drug dealer. I'm quite sure he never saw this in the Bible. I'm quite sure. Well, he took the body of somebody that he had killed, you know, and sent it to the portions. I think it happened in New York, and sent the body parts into each of those cities right there. You know what I'm saying? So certain things beyond our spirit, and we don't even know where the hell they even come from. But he did that. You know, pretty much saying your young man is going to be slain. Just like this one right here. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, hearken to whatever it was that he's trying to say. And now we see the same thing in the scriptures. That's why King Saul did that with the ox, you know, saying that y'all oxes is going to be slain. And then this man did this with his concubine. You don't hop to, all y'all women is going to be slain. But what ended up happening was the Lord ended up slaying only all the women of one tribe, and that was Benjamin, because they was the ones that was the leaders in this transgression right here. Let's keep rocking.
Okay. For they have committed lawless and folly in Israel. Behold, ye are all children of Israel. Give here your advice and counsel. And all the people arose as one man, saying, we will not.
Okay, where you at, warrior?
8.
Okay. Good.
We will not any of us go to his tent, neither will we any of us turn into his house.
Good. Keep going.
But now this shall be the thing which we will do to Gibeah. We will go up by lot against it, and we will take 10 men of and 100 throughout all the tribes of Israel,
Right.
and in 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 of 10,000 to fetch victual for the people.
What did they get ready to do? They get ready to go to war against this thing, right?
Okay.
Did they sit there and say, "Oh no," because see, they black though, so we should protect them regardless? Is that what they said?
Nah.
Now obviously they're not saying this here. You know, dude and them running around, you know what I'm saying, gay as can be, you know. And they're like, no, we're not gonna. But the tribe of Benjamin was on that. They was on that.
Okay.
It was like, we're gonna defend them regardless, you know, such. And that, how did the Lord feel with that? Just like if you got your woman out there, and this is not brotherhood. We think that's brotherhood. That's a perverted form of brotherhood. The Black Panthers and all of them, they'll fold to something like that. They'll sit there and say, well, at least he's black. He's black. No, you got to be trying to change that brother instead of trying to defend this dude in his madness. Right? You got to be trying to, be like, brother, you need to come to the class and take that, that damn weave that your mama taught put in your damn head. Take that out your damn head. Rock your afro. Put on some damn man clothes. Talk like a man when you come through here. Then we can work on something.
Okay.
Outside of that, no, oh, you running around with pink hair, and I'm supposed to be the vanguard for you. Get the hell out of here with that.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be like, what I'm saying, that like this, this is what everybody want from, a lot of people want from black men, for us to be just like these goons. We just be the goons. That's what they want from strong black men. We just be the goons, and a lot of them is, a lot of them want us just to destroy other strong black men. That's what they really want. They want us to knock our heads together. That's what they want. They want us plotting on each other, sitting there doing, evil things against each other. Because with us doing that, who stays in power? Their master, who they serve and who they love, stays in power.
Okay.
All right, as a matter of fact, let's skip. Skip over to okay, we can skip down to 16. Let me see what. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Judges 20 and 16. Among all this people, there were 700 chosen men left-handed. Everyone could sling stones at a hair breadth.
At a hair breadth. Now think about it. You had these mighty dudes. Now these dudes had stones of the sling. They were like snipers with these stones in the slings, right? They were like snipers with this stuff. Now think about it for a second. Who do you think pumped them up to go to war and to fight for this thing right here? These were Benjamites. These wasn't Israel, because Benjamin grew. They were at this time they were the most populous tribe. They grew big, right? So much so to where they could go to war with all the other 11 tribes. They populated like that. So who pumped them up?
Most High.
No. The Most High didn't pump over to defend homosexuals.
Oh, no. There must have been other Benjamites.
No, think about it. There was the women.
Oh, it's lucky.
You know, it was the women. We still go through that saying, who's the biggest supporter of homosexuality right now?
Women.
Yes. Is that Brotherhood?
Uh-uh.
Hell no. You know, think about it. Now, could you imagine this? Imagine this. Imagine if we decided to defend them like that, you know, right? And say we won the war, right? Say we won the battle with, whoever was trying to invade or whatever. We won the battle. What's going on inside of what you're doing?
I mean, you're gonna. It's like basically making like it's right to begin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more of it.
Yes, a lot more.
You didn't fought a whole war of it. Fuck it.
Yeah. You know, yeah, that's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like it's much more. It's gonna be much more of it, you know. And then the women and all of the gay dudes and everything and the lesbians is gonna be more empowered to make your child that way.
I mean, you see it all over TV now. Like, God dang.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade and Dwayne Wade's son.
Exactly.
Like, God dang, I don't know who's gayer, him or his son. Like, straight up.
Both of them. I mean, he's gayer than his son is. That's what I say. I think he's gayer than his son.
Because that's wrong. Because the son don't
know no
better.
So is the woman, his wife. You know, why ain't she using that big mouth that they love to use against black men? Why ain't she using it then? Think about that for a second. You know, just like that sister on the Facebook, you know, why ain't she using so much zeal to stop this bullshit? You know, pardon my speech, you know. Why ain't she using so much zeal to stop that then? You know, she got all this zeal, right? Why ain't she using it to stop it? No, instead, she's going to be the spokesperson for it. You know, and she got mad when I said that her real love is for white people. She got mad as hell off of that. I don't mess with no white people. Yes, you do. You love their philosophy. You love them. It's just simple as that. You know, and I don't. You know, of course she's lying like hell because I know lesbian black women love the idea of having a threesome with white men. They love that. For them to have threesomes with black men, they got to be like, some type of star or something in that. But they'll take a regular white dude and they'll have threesomes with that white dude. So she can't sit there and say that, oh, I ain't looking at no white person. Bull crap. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. That's the reason why she's gay in the first damn place. You know, in her quest for him. And her love, her inordinate affection and love for them lies at the bottom of it. It always do. You know what I'm saying? When you see the butchest lesbian black woman out there with a fade and she like running around looking like Biggie and everything. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, but she figures, well, look at me, they ain't gonna dig me like that. So what she tried to do, she ended up becoming accountable. She tries to get the next, thing that would please them. As a matter of fact, you didn't even see a lot of lesbian black women until they found out that white men like girl on girl. That movie Set It Off. Remember that movie Set It Off? After Set It Off came out, that's when it became this lesbian explosion. Every damn word. I'm like, damn, where the hell all of these people come from? They crawl out from up under rocks. I'm serious.
God.
You started seeing them everywhere. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I saw two 13-year-old girls holding hands, you know, and they was not holding hands like they were sisters either.
God.
Like they were lovers. Like, man, that stuff just seemed to boom out of nowhere. Okay, let's go back to the scriptures though.
God. And not miss. And the men of Israel besides.
Now look what was going on with the mighty men here. What was the mighty men defending? Huh?
Lucky, I don't even know.
They were defending homosexuality is what they were defending. Go ahead, keep reading.
And the men of Israel besides Benjamin were numbered by hundreds, thousand men, that drew swords. All these were men of war. And the children of Israel arose and went up to the house of God and asked counsel of God and said, which of us shall go up first to the battle against the children of Benjamin?
Right.
And the Lord said, Judah shall go first.
Judah should go up first. If the Lord was doing something here, he's pushing Judah to the front. Just like during the time of when Joshua died and everything, nobody knew what to do. When Joshua died, everybody was in disarray. It's like, you know, Joshua was of the tribe of Ephraim. And everybody was like, you know, what should we do? Who should go up first? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up first. And you know how we be. We go up, you know, singing and dancing, the sea walking, and you know what I'm saying? Real tough.
Oh, God.
We come, you know what I'm saying? You know, the sea walking, and you know what I'm saying? We going into the battle and all that.
Oh,
you know, straight up, you know.
God.
You know, with this deal, the Lord said the same thing. Judah should go up first. Because what is he doing? He's setting the way for King David, King Solomon, Christ, you know what I'm saying? He's paving the way for that. Because he think way down the line. You know, most I think like that. You know, he think thousands of years down the line. You know? Go ahead.
And the children of Israel rose up in the morning and camped against Gibeah. And the men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin.
Go ahead.
And the men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Gibeah.
Right.
And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah and destroyed down to the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men.
Yeah, so that means they destroyed 22,000 Israelites of all the other tribes. It means Benjamin was kicking our behinds in this, right?
But ain't Benjamin's Israelites?
Huh?
Ain't Benjamin's Israelites?
Yeah. Yeah.
But at that time, no, or
no, they're still Israelites. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what time it is. I mean, you know, Benjamin was a man, an Israelite of the seed of Israel, of Jacob. You know.
Then like we went to war against each other, huh?
Yeah, because they did not want to deliver up the Sodomites.
What's that?
The homosexuals.
Damn.
They did not want to bring them up for judgment. They didn't want to do it. So now we had to war with that whole tribe.
Damn.
And it was a lot of them.
Benjamites, the West Indians. Right.
Jamaicans, West Indians, you know, At this time, you know, the Most High had to seriously break, you know, the spirit, you know, of the tribe of Benjamin and to do this thing because, you know, they was, of course, having, you know, Sodomites through there, and they was defending these Sodomites. This is not brotherhood. And that's what that sister on that post don't understand. You know, she's about the gay agenda, right? She's about gays, or we should protect each other regardless of sexual orientation. Like, look, sister, you just own her for gay people. She just own her for gays. She don't give a damn about the race. She don't give a damn about preserving black people. Black people, you know, she's in a lesbian relationship herself. I told her, you know, she need to go sit the hell down some goddamn where, you know. They don't need to be the goddamn spokespeople for us. And that's one of the things that we always fall sucker to also. You know, we be thinking that this stuff is like brotherhood, regardless of, you know, who, you know, what you do, whatever. We just need to, you know, protect each other. We need to do, that's garbage. You know, you got a dude out there that's a sodomite and everything. You got to, you know, do what you can do to stop him from being that. Sister out there that's a damn lesbian. They're not going to help the nation with that. They're not going to help our nation with any of that. They're helping their own damn agenda. And here's the thing, once they see that they can lead black people, first damn thing that they're going to do, they're going to run to white people and see, look how many Negroes I can control. See, look how many niggas I can control. And then for some crumbs that white people will give them. All of a sudden, they become the face of black movements. And that's the stuff that happened in the 70s. That stuff happened in the 70s right there. You know, because in the 70s, you had all of these black women. What did they do? They have the women to hijack the movement because they know women are weaker. So they have them to hijack the movement, and they become lesbians and sleeping with white dudes and all of that. Like Maya Angelou and all of those, you know, so-called black leaders, black female leaders from the 70s and all of that. They were sleeping with white dudes and white women too. They talk about black men loving white women. They were sleeping with Jewish white women. And you know what? The thing about it is, black men never said anything about it. We turned a blind eye to it. Because, you know, we don't never want to really correct our queen. So we turned a blind eye to it. We think we're operating in black love, brotherhood, and all of that by turning a blind eye to things like that. No, you're doing the direct opposite, dude. The direct damn opposite is what you're doing.
That's right.
That's why your damn son's growing up and liking cock. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Your damn daughter growing up and liking box. And you see nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Well, let's keep going. Verse 22.
And the people, the men of Israel, encouraged themselves and set their battle again in array, and the place where they put themselves in array the first day. And the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until even, and asked counsel of the Lord, saying, shall I go up against the battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother?
Right. So that proves, of course, they are Israelites. This is tribe, even though, regardless of what time it is, they're Israelites.
And they know it then. They know.
Yes, of course they knew. You know, but they got so populous and so, you know, strong and everything. You know, go ahead.
And the Lord said, go up against him. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin the second day. And Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men.
So they won twice. You see this? Because that homo spirit is a very aggressive spirit. It is. Well, hell, look at the Greeks, right? The Greeks and the Romans, they were homos, right? Sodom and Gomorrah had one of the best militaries of its day. If not, maybe the best. Wasn't the ancient Egyptians homos too? You see that?
Rome.
Yes, Rome, Greece,
America.
Yes, yes. Who got
today.
Where's the gayest country at on the face of the planet right now?
America.
You're right. Who got the best military?
America.
There you go.
Oh God.
There you go.
Ain't gonna lie, if I could, I had a cousin that was gay. He could fight though. Ain't gonna lie, he had some hands, but he was gay. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna lie, them gay.
Yeah.
Faggots
Yeah,
can fight.
yeah,
Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
They gotta defend themselves.
I mean, hell, they really ain't even really gotta defend themselves. They're predators. Is what they are. They ain't always gotta defend themselves. Black people love gays.
Come.
They ain't gotta always defend themselves against black people. Black people are, black people in my time respected that spirit. I'm just saying, really, real talk. When I went to job corps, you think, we had gays there, you think people was bullying? I mean, they was running bullying the gays? No, they were not.
I don't even think they do it today.
Hell, they had their whole own bay.
God.
People wouldn't run around bullying gays.
They don't even do it today, I don't think.
No, they don't.
Look at all the rappers.
The gays do the bullying.
God.
They do a lot of the bullying. In prison, you think everybody's bullying the gays. No, the gays are doing a lot of the bullying. You know what I'm saying? Because what do gay people want to do? They want to recruit. Right? The guy that runs up in another dude's behind in prison, he's gay. You see what I'm saying? He's always gay. Right? And who does he want the most? The ones that are not gay. He wants that. The punks ain't running around just only trying to screw each other. They want people that are not punks so that they can try and break them. Just like what the white man would do in slavery, what he did in the Caribbeans with the buck breaking stuff. You see what I'm saying? Trying to, break that person. Well, it's the same stuff that people do in prison. They do the same damn thing, and the dudes that are doing it are gay. The gays got their own gangs and all of that, and then they try to make it like they're persecuted, and they're, everybody uses that whole thing like they're persecuted and everything, so that they can get, strength and power and all of that, and they can get, sympathy and all of that stuff. Well, gays do the same. They certainly do the same. They're not running around being picked on all the time, stuff like that, And a lot of times, if they do get picked on, a lot of times they're predarized by other gays. He decide he wants some of this gay dude's butt. He gay. Dude don't want to let him have it. You know what I'm saying? Because he likes somebody else. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. What he gonna do? He gonna all of that aggression, and then don't let me get on them lesbian women. They vicious as hell towards each other. They fight all the time. They blow each other away. Don't let it. She like Rod. Oh my goodness. She might die, even though the woman that's coming up against her like Rod herself. She like it too. You know what I'm saying? They be at each other's necks, hardcore. I done seen it many, many times. Hanging in the strip club, two lesbians going for blows and some damn 6-inch heels getting it in. You know what I'm saying? And how the hell you box in some 6-inch heels? I done seen them box. I'm serious. I'm talking about use technique. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? In some 6-inch heels, dude. Real talk. Not only are they in 6-inch heels, but they're drunk too. And they get in probably on coke also. And they sitting there, I seen it. I just sat there and watched them. They sitting there, old girl moves, she dips. You know what I'm saying? Counters. They throwing like that. I mean, they being technical as hell. I'm like, look at this shit. It's some 6-inch heels. You know what I'm saying? Man. I couldn't help but to think. I'm like, damn, if us dudes wasn't physically stronger than y'all probably be kicking our ass. Like, real talk, you got to look at the balance and all of that, and the speed and the technique, and hoes dipping and you know what I'm saying?
God.
And I'm like, man, look at this. And I done seen that several times. I done had to break up many fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, them hoes is getting it in, slamming the hell out of each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. And I'm sitting there, I'm practicing MMA at the time.
God.
And I'm like, God damn, look at these hoes. These hoes ain't even got no training. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at these, look at these bras.
God.
You know what I'm saying? They getting it in hardcore. There's gonna be a little slight shot of that, Warrior.
God.
They get it in hardcore. I'm like, damn, good night. But that homo spirit, and then a lot of them women were lovers. A few of them women got killed by each other.
God.
But you see how aggressive that spirit is. You see what I'm saying?
God.
See how aggressive that is?
God.
It's very aggressive. It's very damn dangerous. And think about it. They had 700 dudes on here that can sling a stone. These guys were like snipers with stones, and they were all left-handed dudes.
God.
They were like snipers with stones. Good night. I'm telling you, this stuff is something else.
God.
And then you know what? Another thing too. That's why war is gonna be so challenging for us to beat Esau. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons, not the only reason. Because he's known it. I mean, this dude. I don't want to use the term anointed, but he's chosen to be the Führer on the planet. He is chosen to be that. And if we're gonna battle him, really battle him, we gotta be on our P's and Q's. Real talk. Because what we don't understand, he has angels that will speak on his behalf just like lawyers. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Lucifer and all them, huh?
I'm not gonna go into all that. I don't want to get too far off topic, but I'm just saying though.
Next Monday.
Yeah, something like that, but I don't want to go too deep into that, stuff like that, man. Things is a little heavier than what we, sometimes what our people be seeing for real. They're a little heavier, because there's always a council in heaven. If Satan went up to accuse Job, then who does he go up to justify?
Devil.
He has his own people too. And he speaks up on the behalf of his defendants. Right? Who his defendants is?
Esau.
Yeah.
Edomite.
There you go. That's his chief defendant. Right there. I'm just keeping it real. Job, being a man of God, and he came up to accuse Job, to destroy Job, and then think about it too. Who was Job's friend that was among him? Where was he at? He lived in Edom.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's where Job lived at.
Elam or Edom?
Edom. Yes, that's where he lived at. He lived in the land of Uz. And what happened was the actual Uzites, the people of Uz, were actually the children of Seir, but the children of Esau wiped them out and took their place. So where was he at? In the land of Edom. That's where he was at. Right on the east of Judah. Right there. In the suburbs. Just like niggas like to go. You know what I'm saying? That's for the class.
Just like niggas like to go.
Yeah, that's where niggas like to go. Keeping it real. I got scriptures, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got scriptures to back up everything I say. All right. Now, give me a time check, Warrior.
It's 7:42.
All right.
Karukan.
Okay, let's skip down because for time's sake, the cat might be coming through here soon.
Karukan.
Whatever. when the Lord had beat them down very badly, and said that they it also said too
Khan.
that when they beat the Benjamites down so badly
Khan.
that they didn't have nothing, and they said that they destroyed all the women out of Benjamin. I want to get to that scripture.
So, Lucky, can you say it one more time?
And they destroyed. It said they destroyed because the Lord destroyed all the women out of Benjamin. I want to just hit that point right there, and then we're gonna go into the scriptures the captain brought up.
Said the woman of Benjamin.
Right. Judges 21-16.
You found it already?
Right. Go ahead, go to that. Make that point, then we're gonna hop on into the scriptures that's here, son of the rank and everything. I want to let people know that this, that supporting wickedness is not, is not brotherhood. It's not.
It's like Judges 15, you said?
21-16.
21-16, Khan. Judges 21-16. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them that remain?
Okay, now check this out. It said, what should we do for wives, right? Why is it asking this question? Go ahead, warrior. Tell me why.
How wicked they are and all the things. I mean,
okay, so read it. What was we just talking about?
Of the congregation. I mean, cause you mean like,
read on, you get the answer.
God. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for the wives, for them that remains, seeing the women are destroyed out of the Benjamin?
Out of Benjamin. It said the women are what?
Destroyed, wicked, basically.
No.
Oh, no?
They're dead.
Oh, destroyed. Okay.
They're dead. They're gone.
But not as in dead, like.
No, they're dead.
Oh, okay.
Like die, dead.
They're
that type of dead.
God.
You know what I'm saying? They're that kind of dead.
God. And they said, there must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin.
Now, think about it. Why? Let me ask the question. Why were all the women dead? I want that question answered.
Most High.
Now, come on. Let's not be vague. Let's be detailed with it. Let's not be vague.
Like it, I never read it, but I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna say when they say like it's dead, then maybe
what was going on there? Bring it into real time. Bring it into
war.
No, not just war. Men usually die the majority in war.
Oh, rape and
we weren't raping. That's against our laws. We don't go into places, and we don't do heathens like that. So you damn sure know that we ain't gonna do no Israelites like that. Why were all the women destroyed? It said destroyed out of Israel. They're killed. They're dead.
Gone.
Who killed them? And why?
Most High, no?
Yes, you're right.
Gone.
And why?
For the wickedness, for trying to rule over men and all that. No,
not only that. We have to look inside this. Okay. They are the biggest promoters of the homosexuality.
Khan. Con.
The Lord judged the men. He killed majority of the men, but he took out all the women.
God damn.
Yeah.
God.
The Lord's not a feminist.
God.
He's not like us. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord's not like we are.
God.
The Lord done destroyed many women in the scripture.
God.
You know, we talk all this stuff. Oh, but you're the queen and you princess.
God,
queen.
He said all the women.
You know what I'm saying? We the queen. The Lord is not like that. He's not like that.
God.
He's like the queen. You know, my beautiful. You know, whatever. You know,
God.
He's not like that. He think your woman's so great, right?
God.
He think your woman, your little daughter, and all of that is just so great to him.
God.
No, he does not think like that. We think like that.
God.
You know, we're weak like that. He's not.
God.
You know, your little baby is so cute. He can take that out.
God.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't see the way that we see. You know, we're carnal.
God.
That's the reason why, you know, even the prophet Samuel, the Lord had to say, you know, don't choose no man based on his stature and all of that. You know, don't choose him based on that stuff. And he had to teach Samuel something. You know, man look up on the outward appearance. God see in the heart. You know. And that's what he, let him know and taught him something. And then next thing you know, they brought out King David, who didn't even look a damn thing like he should ever be a king. You know.
Khan, Tehran just pull up. I mean, Kamad.
Khan, Most High Christ. Okay, let's keep going.
Khan. Let me see what was it. It's like we was at 16, right?
Right.
Khan. No, we was at 17.
16. All seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin.
Khan. And they said there must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel.
Yeah. Okay. You see that? Now we know why. Now give me my answer.
I don't get it. It's like it.
Why would they? You still don't get why they were destroyed?
I mean,
keep it simple. Go ahead, Warrior.
Oh, yeah, I should stop.
What's
going on? Sadly.
Yeah.
What's happening, Warrior?
What's going on?
Man.
Most High Christ.
Water. They said the brother from New York.
Yeah, I knew it had to be the right yank.
Most High Christ.
Right.
Hey, yeah.
Like, that's my rep name.
All right.
Oh, hey, she came here one time. Yeah.
Christ.
Damn right.
God. Christ. So, like, y'all selling me headpieces?
So we still need some?
Y'all selling me?
Well, so lucky
and some black ones. Yeah, some black ones in Monterey, man.
Yeah, let me grab one of those real quick. I can bring a headpiece.
God.
Yeah. Bring them.
So one more. Let me show you maybe right here. Damn, where they at?
How much are they?
I don't deal with the sales.
It's Brotherhood today, so
I know.
I'll
put something in the donation bucket. Damn, the school is too wild.
Hey,
Bosch got this thing together.
Damn, this thing nice.
Oh, give Cap a call. See.
Cuddle Khan.
Damn, Christ. Looking good. It's like this, we didn't disturb the class, didn't we?
Oh, no. The pleasant disturbance.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
God, you know what I'm saying? Brotherhood Day. We ain't got nothing on it, nothing like that. Ain't nobody said, you know what I'm saying? I know Monterey made them. That's all I can say. Shout out Monterey. You know, that's all I can say, you know? You know what I'm saying? John Glass.
Water, brother.
Kettle Khan.
You already started?
Yeah. We've been in the game for about almost an hour now.
Good night. We was fumbling around.
Man, good to see you, brother. I come from New York,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm glad I made it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I don't know why I thought you was from Detroit, man.
No, okay, I came from Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Philly. I'm in Philly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, damn right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'm in Indiana visiting my friend. I'm like, I can't even take the credit. She like, you want to go to Indianapolis? I'm like, you goddamn right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We made it, brother. We made it out of one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
School glorious too.
Yeah. Captain Bosch got this thing together.
Yeah, right.
They pulled this out of the mud.
All I know is Brotherhood class tonight.
Yeah, right. Water. Appreciate you. Shit, we was watching the whole thing on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kept posting pictures every step of the way. So
Right.
We watched the whole.
What is this?
That's some Cabernet, some young, yeah,
Some new stuff. Shalakia.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this.
Yeah. That gets you right.
Shalakia.
Yeah, but we got it.
No, Shalakia, rank order.
Almost sound correct.
So come.
Come on, I appreciate it. Baby,
You really want some?
Yes, baby, I'll take some.
Almost sound correct.
Oh, I don't think you should.
So come. You got a little strong.
Let's get Yaakov out a sword right quick.
Cuddle Khan.
I want to read some time.
Wow.
Cuddle Khan. Shit, you also you can step up on the podium. Right? I
mean, if you want. You want to?
Cuddle Khan. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get on the camera. Let everybody know.
Cuddle Khan. Cuddle Khan. Yeah.
So, on your right side, left side.
Yeah, no, you come on the right side. Yeah, come on the right side.
Oh, the other side, yeah, y'all mixed up.
Right.
Look, y'all mixed up.
Yeah, right.
It's his right.
Right.
There's some wine.
Oh yeah.
Other sword than a warrior.
Cuddle Khan.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, Cuddle Khan.
Yeah, you use that one
back. Because they only got one over here.
Get it on.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go ahead and go right into you got this one too, right?
Cuddle Khan.
Okay, we go right into Genesis, the first chapter and verse 27.
Cuddle Khan. Genesis. You said Genesis 7?
No, Genesis 1.
Okay.
27.
Cuddle Khan. Genesis 1, verse 7.
Let me read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, God. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. So the Most High created man in his own image. In the image of the power created he him. Male and female created he them. Verse 28. And the Most High blessed them. And the power said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah. Say, be fruitful and multiply. What does this mean? Create more of your kind.
Cuddle Khan.
Who you are. Right?
Cuddle Khan.
Now, let me ask a question. Is abortion brotherhood?
No,
it's nowhere near it. It's the direct opposite, right?
Cuddle Khan.
This was, you know what? This was the actual first commandment that we was ever given to.
That's right.
This is the first commandment. When we think about the first commandment, we think like the 10 Commandments.
Dang.
This was the first one, literally the first one that the Most High had gave us directly to do.
That's right.
Because if I could,
Go ahead.
I always heard that was more than 10 commandments.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, it was what, somewhere around the area of 613, maybe.
I don't know though.
Somewhere in that area.
Right. Thank God.
Right. And if I could, we lost some of them because of the priesthood. When they did away with the laws of the priesthood, then we got condensed down to the ones that we keep.
Right.
Khan.
All right. As a matter of fact, let's go to Genesis 13. I mean Genesis 3, so like 3 and 16.
3 and 16. Khan. Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
Now, what was we talking about with that situation with that sister earlier? Trooper?
That so like she was like basically, I'm saying like damn, like it's okay to be gay. To protect the gays and all that.
Right. That's part of the multiplied sorrows because who she listened to? She listened to the serpent.
Right.
Khan.
She listened to the serpent. So of course, sorrows is going to be multiplied.
Khan.
They're going to be multiplied. It's going to be a lot of sorrows.
Khan.
I mean, that's what sisters got to understand. It's going, I mean, and here's the thing too, because what do they like to try and do? They like to try and blame the man, right? But let's go back when we go back into Genesis, right? The Lord put
I know what you get
the man, woman, and the serpent. That's right. All three got hit. Right? But see, this society teaches you what? To throw all the blame on the man.
Right?
And when black men try to come and be like, no, wait a minute, hold on, no, it's the white man and the black woman too. Then they say no, that they try to reduce it right back to you. Right. They always try to make it go full circle all the way back to you every time. Right?
Gone.
Go ahead.
And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
In sorrow. Think about this for a second. In sorrow.
I know what you're getting at. You know what I'm saying? The sorrow shall bring forth children. Like you said, it's going to produce more wickedness and all that. More sorrow.
Yeah, too, because now you got to think, man, I'm raising this little dude,
Right.
And, school is going to try and turn him into a homo.
Right.
Which is just certainly counterproductive to brotherhood. Even in the truth, you got this worry.
Right.
Sisters in the truth even get this worry. Right. They raising the son. They don't know whether he's going to stay in the truth or not.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know. So that's a sorrow. Right. That is a very heavy burden and a very heavy sorrow right there. They looking at this little baby boy and they like, damn, I can't let the world have him.
Right.
They thinking like that. The woman's, protective nature kick in.
Right.
And they like, I can't let the world have him. I'm going to have to fight for him.
Right.
Damn right. That is a sorrow and a burden right there, especially if she was in the world coming into the truth, that her man's in the world still. He's not coming into the truth. He's still a Christian or whatever. Whew, good night. Could you imagine the burden and the sorrow that she has to go through, knowing that somebody's going to try and turn her son into a punk? You know what I'm saying? That's or he want to be a man and then the police shoot him down. That is a heavy sorrow for for a father or a mother to have to go through. That's why a lot of people don't even want no kids.
Right.
Because they think about the sorrows that's going to come behind them, but at the same time, though, just like for every damn thing else, you got to fight.
Right.
You got to fight for it. I mean, that's just is what it is,
Right.
This world is about that. The lions fight against the hyenas. The damn dingoes against the gazelles, and everything is fighting for supremacy. So we got to fight for the supremacy of our children.
Damn right.
We have to do that. It just is what it is. We have to.
Right. And if I could, that's so heavy because along with that, the sorrow of even thinking that you can afford to raise a child. You know what I mean? Having a slavery and being able to feed it and clothe it and house it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's a burden on its own.
Right.
That's a heavy sorrow. You know what I mean? Not even knowing if you're going to be able to provide for a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the suppression that we in.
Right. And that's so true right there, because that's one of the heaviest burdens also. You got to think about that. And here's the funny thing about it too, because you also have the world coming from the outside saying, well, if you can't afford them, then don't have them.
Right.
But at the same time, you got rice farmers in China and all of that. They can't afford to have children, but they're still having them, right? They're poor. Majority of the Chinese are poor. Right. And they still got, what, a couple of billion people over there, right? The children are a weapon. And children are a weapon. The Chinese are not the Chinese biggest weapon is not their weapons. It's in their ability to reproduce themselves, because the name of Moab actually means seed. That's what the name Moab actually means. When you look up the definition of the word Moab with the name, right, it means seed. That's their weapon. Their numbers. They have a military of somewhere around 200 million. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nice. That's a vast military right there. You know, so they're using their strength. You know, that's their vast military. It's not the weapons and all that. And they've always had this problem with China. That's why Britain had put that, thing to where they can only have so many children. Right. But now they broke out of that oppression. Right. And now they can keep repopulating.
What was it? It's like, if I could, it was like two. They would have like a 2
child
match per household,
right. As a matter of fact, hell, when Bruce Lee was a baby, they used to dress him like a little girl. Bruce Lee was a baby, they used to dress him like a little girl just to save his life. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's brother? How's it going, mighty man?
What's going on, bro?
And that's Trooper Kamal right there. This is what's your rank?
Yaiqua.
What's your rank? 50. Officer 50 Yaiqua right here, warrior.
I'm Lord Christ.
One of the day, what's going down. Nah. Oh God.
Right.
Some songs. Come.
All right. You got your sword on you, warrior? Yes, sir. Okay, with that correct.
So like, where we at?
Oh, we at Genesis 3:16.
3:16. Con. And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Ooh, now think about this for a second, right? Can anybody
like you just said
what this is talking about?
They're gonna put the blame all on the husband and all that, all on the man.
Well, you trying well, but here's the thing: when it said thy desire shall be to thy husband. Now think about it for a second. What is the definition of a husband? A husband is the ruler over the wife, right?
Right.
Now we got to start to think for a second. Because you also got to take that also. You also got to take the rulership of the white man being over your woman, and you have to make her your woman.
Right.
And that's one fight that we don't even be understanding a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand that. You got to take her out of the grasp of him and make her yours. Adam had to do the same thing with Eve.
That's right.
After the fall, he had to do the same damn thing. What he had to do? He had to do what he wasn't doing at first. He wasn't checking Eve at first. No. That's why she was at the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, running around with the serpent all the damn time. And then let me let you in on something else too. When you check your woman, right? You are operating inside brotherhood, because what you don't check with your woman is going to affect the other brothers around you. Right. It's going to affect them also.
Right. That's right.
What you are laxed on and what you don't check her about, yeah, it might seem cruel at first. It might seem cruel. You first getting with your woman and you checking her on everything, right? And she's like, every time I just can't do right. Every time I just keep messing up, and I just get. That's a good thing right there, because you know what's going to happen eventually? Eventually, you're not going to have to check her so much, because her mind is going to start to be conformed to yours, and she'll be your wife then.
Goddamn right.
She'll be your wife then.
No sign
you see what I'm saying? Just like a child. You correct that child on everything, and then eventually you'll start to notice, I don't have to correct him so much.
Right.
Because his mind is becoming like yours. Now you like, this is my little nigga right here.
Damn right.
He just like you. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's that.
You know, I mean, really, he just like you because so you don't have to do it so much anymore. His mind is trained. He's now developing zeal
Khan.
to do what you told him to do.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Khan.
Khan.
Would you want to go ahead and take that, Yaqua?
Yeah, Khan. Okay. And he shall, we in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16 at the end. And he shall rule over thee.
And he shall rule over thee. Now think about this. It said, thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee, right?
Khan.
Who was spiritually Eve's husband before, at first?
Adam.
Yeah, but after that, it was the serpent.
You said who was
She's doing what he said.
Right.
Damn. Like you.
That's the reason why you'll argue with your woman and everything, and she loves that value system more than she loves yours.
Khan.
You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of brothers that's being ruled over by their woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's being ruled over by his rib.
Right.
You know, so think about it for a second. This is why I always say, because what do they try to say against us? Oh, you're being so controlling. You're being so controlling. Well, you know what? If you don't control your woman, someone else certainly will. That's yours.
Right.
You control her, then you're the husband that rules over her, and not the one that wants to destroy her and you too.
Right.
If I could, like you say, the boss at work be controlling her then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
He'll tell her to run them facts, get my coffee, she'll go do it.
Right.
You say the same thing in the house, it's a fight.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can get your own goddamn coffee. You know, like that. And then you think, like, you don't treat him like that.
Right.
So when it said the desire shall be to thy husband, think about that for a second. If she desires the promotion on the job, that's the reason why she's getting the coffee and running the facts and all of that. Who her husband is.
Right.
Even though you're sleeping with this woman.
Khan.
You know what I'm saying? America's not built on strong black men. I'll tell you that. America is built on weak black men.
Right.
That's right.
It is.
It is.
It's built on weak black men.
Right.
And she is there as his assistant to make sure that you stay like that.
Right.
And then, you know, she wants to procreate with you and have a child that she can destroy the same way from a baby. She called you as a grown man.
Right.
She want that from a baby and wipe him out. Right? And make him into what she had, turn him against you and make him into what she wants him to be to please her husband.
Right.
Who her desire belongs to.
Her husband.
Who is that? The white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He been her husband the whole goddamn time. You sleeping with this goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying? And you saying this is an old tradition from back in the day. They would be like working as a maid for some white dude. Right? This was in my family also.
Right.
They'd be working for him inside that house, and they would honor and love him, you know, care for him. She'll have a baby by you, but she'll name him after him.
Good night.
That's an old Negro tradition. It is.
Oh God.
Yes, even if it's your child.
Right.
A lot of times it was his child.
Good night.
I'm just keeping it real. A lot of times it was his.
Right.
You know.
If I could, I was just watching something. What was it? Me and my rib and her mom, we was just watching something, and the situation was the dude had the baby. Something happened, but anyway, we all heard it. We all know it. The baby, they went to go get a blood test or something was wrong with the child, and so they went to go to the hospital because they find the father because he needed a blood transfusion, whatever it was. And when they went and got the father, and brought him to the hospital, the blood didn't match because it was never his baby in the first place.
Wow. Yes, that is a very common scenario. Very common. And like I said, if you don't control your woman, someone else will.
Right.
You know, if you're controlling over her and she decides she want to bounce, fine. Nothing you can do about that.
Right.
You might want to grab your 2, 3 more and replace her with those 2 or 3 more. You know,
Oh God.
you know, ISUPK, you know, we keep it all the way reside.
That's
we
right.
keep it real, you know.
Yeah, right.
You know, but I'm just saying though, but you know, get that control over your woman.
Right.
Well, anyway, let's go into the scriptures again. Let's go to Deuteronomy 20 and 9.
Deuteronomy 20 and 9. Deuteronomy 20 and 9. And it shall be when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the army to lead the people.
Yes, captains of the armies to lead the people. You can't operate fully in brotherhood if you don't have rank and order. You really can't. It's impossible.
Right.
You can't fight anything. It's impossible. I'm just keeping it real. And you got so many of us. It's like, I like what y'all be saying and all of that, but all that, got to answer to, man, and all of that. They don't want to do that.
Right.
When they don't.
So like if I could, and that's just so contradicted to the life that we live, because as a child you listen to your teacher, your father, your mother. You go to school, you listen to your professors. You go into the workforce, you listen to the, your boss, the supervisor, the manager. You listen to the police. But then all of a sudden, when it comes to having discipline, you don't need nobody to listen to.
Right, exactly.
Right. Come to do the right thing. Now all of a sudden, I don't need nobody to listen to you.
And you know what? That's heavy what you're saying, because when it all boils down to it, let me tell you what it really is. They don't want to listen to a black man tell them what to do that's not connected with the white man. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They do go ahead, Warren.
I'm gonna lie, sometimes, God damn, sometimes when somebody give me an order, like, I be like, you got, but then I go back to that one scripture. That's why I put men above you. You know what I'm saying? Why that wise? You know what I'm saying? That's why I put wise leader above you. Just because I don't understand it now. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I think, just go ahead and carry it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why he put wise. I might not understand it, but that's why you got leaders above you that understand it and all that.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. A lot of the Christianites, the Hebrew Christianites, talk about, Jesus teaches me. Jesus ain't came down and taught you a goddamn thing. If you was to come down, your ass be burnt up. Your ass be incinerated right now. So you need men to come over and teach you so that don't happen in that day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real talk. Jesus teaches me. Get the hell out of here. You can't tell you that damn important. He needs to come down and just teach you directly. Right. Get the hell out of here.
God. God.
You got any more? The scripture word.
God. Like, I've lost where I was at. 9. Okay, Cuddle Khan. 21 and 9? No. 20 and 9, right? Cuddle Khan. And it shall be when the officer have made, Salakia, end of 9, of the armies to lead the people, when thou comest.
That's rank and order. The orders go up, the orders go down, and the people do what they need to do, and everything runs like a fine oiled machine.
Right.
And here's another thing too that I want people to know. Also, too, this is another thing. Like say you got a person over you that you don't like, or whatever the damn case is. You think, this dude, I don't like, he ain't worthy of his rank or whatever. You can still follow the goddamn order.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Not about, you know what I'm saying, that, you think you better than this dude and all of that, you know. The Lord can show you wrong, and the Lord can also show you why that man has that rank, and humble your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so don't be high-minded. The scriptures say, with the more honor, you know, have that much more humility.
Right.
Right? Because when you don't do that, now you start to think like that. Now, when you start to have the honor, but then you start to get puffed up because of it,
right.
Now you start to think like that, right?
Right.
You know, you start to think like, you know, I should be this and that, because you got your little taste of power and everything, you know, now. So now you like, you know, well, yeah, that man that's over me, I need his spot. I need his spot. So now you sitting there coveting what he has in an unrighteous covetousness, because let me tell you who did that in the scriptures, and he was not in the spirit of brotherhood. Joab. Joab did that. Anybody know about that story?
Nah.
When he killed Amasa, go ahead.
Is that in Kings?
No, that wasn't in Kings. That was Samuel. I think it was Samuel. Yeah, that was Samuel. When he had Amasa, the captain of the host of the tribe of Judah, slain, and then he also had Abner slain also. He had him slain too. Two men that were way better than himself. You know, in his stupid ambition, he did that, and you know what ended up happening? Eventually, Benaiah killed him.
Right.
You know, the Benaiah, the Levite, you know what I'm saying, ended up taking him out.
Right.
And under the orders of King Solomon, once King David died, the only thing that kept him alive was King David being alive, because he was King David's nephew.
Right. And Salaki, if I could, same thing with David and Saul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what happened with David and Saul?
Saul, if I could, Salaki.
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Saul felt that he should have had the kingdom and not David. So when David had given the kingdom, Saul was steadily trying to kill him.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because he was over him.
It's like Saul was Paul, right? No.
No, not just two different Sauls.
Right. In the Old Testament.
But Saul was Paul, though, right?
No, in the New Testament, yeah.
Yeah, in the New Testament, but not that Saul we talking about.
But no, listen. But Paul was mentally Saul before, no?
No, not the same one, though.
No, but I'm saying.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Oh,
he was
okay.
Saul
I'm
before.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's two Sauls.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, the name Saul actually means vain one. That's what the name Saul actually means. Vain.
Bad.
Unbelieving, non-profitable, a vain man. When you got a vain man, you heard a vain man. What's a man that only, everything is superficial. Everything is, not no real, that's why the Apostle Paul's name was changed from Saul to Paul.
Right.
Because the name Saul means vain one.
Right.
Just like Jacob was changed, to Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Names mean a lot. They start to really guide your life. But
right.
To smoke.
Yeah,
no.
we got the
No.
Right here. Yeah.
Sorry, right.
Verse.
That was it on that.
Couple Khan, you want to go to another one? Let me keep reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it, and it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee.
Go ahead and clip that, because the whole point behind that is the rank order and everything. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and clip that. We go to Deuteronomy 16 and 18 now.
Deuteronomy 16 and 18, Cuddle Khan.
I just want to know if there was anything more on that.
16 and 18.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 18. Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates, which the Most High thy power giveth thee.
Yeah, the judges, right? What does the judge do? Somebody explain to me what the judge do.
Judges give orders and.
No, officers can give an order.
Oh, a judge.
Judge matters.
Well,
judge matters between one brother and another. Brother and sister, or you know, two sisters or whatever the case is. Just like the situation that happened with King Solomon when you had the two women. Yeah.
God, I know
exactly
exactly what
and he had to judge which one was actually the mother, the real mother of that baby.
Right.
You know.
just talking about that, wasn't
I don't think I talked about it in a little while.
That's probably
It probably was a class. You know, one of my I broke it all the way down.
That's a hard
in one of my old classes.
Yeah,
I broke it all the way down in one of my old classes. Yeah, yeah. But matter of fact, hell, I'm ready to go ahead and maybe break it down for y'all again, man. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and get that.
Salakia, what? Let me figure it out. You said you want the Solomon, so it want to be the song Solomon the song? No,
not the Song of Solomon. I think it's in Kings.
First Kings, huh? Khan. Okay. Yeah, he put that wisdom on him. He had that wisdom, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
To do that. 570. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my classes I did about a year and a half ago.
That thing was heavy out of
Lucky, I want to say we just had the midnight oil, no?
The midnight oil. I got a little thing called the midnight oil.
Oh yeah.
Right. Got the midnight oil. I name it that because after midnight, burning the midnight oil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that work.
God, about that life.
Midnight.
Yeah, right.
Get it in there.
It's like a discussion thing. It's not a formal class. Nothing like that. It's like this discussion on things. Things is going on in the world and everything.
Christ.
Come.
Yeah, right. We need those.
Come.
I got it.
Got it?
You got it?
You got it. Most High Christ.
Christ.
It's 1 Kings 3:16.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what I want somebody to do also too is pull up the scripture with the ox, if with the divided ox inside the law.
Khan.
This is heavy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is this is some real, pretty deep stuff right here, King Solomon, and that's how everybody knew, like, this man is the man that's supposed to be judging, right here.
Where we at? Exodus 21:35.
Yeah, that's for the ox.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah, we hold both of those points.
How do we find them?
1 Kings
That's
3.
rock.
Let me read 1 Kings 3:16. Then came there two women that were harlots unto the king, and stood before him. And then one woman said, O Lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the third day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also, and we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we two in the house.
It was just them two by themselves. There was no one else. They bringing this situation before King Solomon. This is why a judge is so important. Somebody to judge these matters, right?
Right.
And even as wise as King Solomon was, he still had counselors, people that he,
right.
See what everybody, thinks and what everybody's saying. They put it all together. That's one thing too. When you're having a judgment table and everything, and you relying upon the people around you, don't shut nobody out. That's one thing that Negroes we love to do.
Right. Come on.
We don't like what he say, even though what he say could be right. We don't become one body like that. We'll shut him out, and what we'll do, we'll blacklist him among the damn judgment. Once he's gone, then we'll blacklist somebody else. Now you ain't got no judging. Now you looking stupid,
right. People
right. You know what I'm saying? Now you looking dumb as hell. You messing up. You got to listen to the people around you and everything also, and consider it. They might not always be right. Neither are you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Good enough.
Go ahead, Warrior.
And this woman child died in the night, because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight and took my son from beside me while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom,
In her bosom, right?
and laid her dead child in my bosom.
All right.
And when I arose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead.
Mm.
But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear.
Mm.
And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son.
Now, just imagine how hard this thing was to
Good
judge.
night.
That's hard.
Yeah. So it's one principle that King Solomon used. And that's one thing that brothers gotta, really get inside of us. That's how he was able to make a right decision in this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how he was able to make a right decision.
Right.
Go ahead. Keep going. You get ready to see it.
Oh. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spoke before the king. Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son that is dead. And the other saith, Nay, but thy son is dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in two, and give half to one and half to the other. Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said,
Wow, now what is, you see that? Her bowels yearned for her son, right? Now check this out. You ever been like, your bowels is real, important. You ever been in a situation where it was like so scared, feel like you had to take a dump? You know what I'm saying? You felt like you had to take a dump, like, you know what I'm saying? You're so scared, your bowels, because that fear,
Right.
Now, just think about it. This woman's compassion concerning her own child, which she bore out of her own bowels, yearned for that child. The other woman's did not.
Right.
Because you know why? Because she didn't bear that one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So her bowels did not yearn as a mother.
Wow.
Right. That's heavy.
That's I guess a good way to judge.
Damn right.
Right.
Damn right.
That's smart.
What was it? The compassion and the mercy and the she was like, she got to the point where she like, look, just let her have the whole child. I'll be joined to him, and of course, maybe grabbing her stomach, I'll be joined to him later on in life.
Tarukan.
You see what I'm saying?
Tarukan.
Just let her have him for right now. One day I'll get him back. You see what I'm saying?
That's heavy.
And that's how she was thinking. So she's like, let her go ahead and have this child.
Right.
But what did the other one say though? Go ahead, keep reading.
Right.
O Lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine.
Don't let it be neither one of ours.
But divide it.
Yeah, here it is. Go ahead, cut it in half. It don't need to be neither one of ours.
Right.
Done.
Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to judge them.
And the light cut on in to everybody, like, it's a lot.
That's what I said. I'd have been like that.
Yeah, he's definitely the dude to be judging matters here.
Good night. That's heavy.
He's definitely the dude to be judging Israel right here.
That's
so when they talk about raising up judges and officers, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's brotherhood.
right,
God.
exactly. That was brotherhood right there. The child got to grow
Right.
and to be a man
Right.
and have children of his own, right?
Damn right.
And was still reconciled and joined to his mother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right. Because if I could, that son, his father was somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that brother judged that situation righteously. And now that brother child get to grow.
Right.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could be joined again. They were harlots, these were women that was, kind of like sleeping around.
Right.
She just got knocked out by somebody,
Exactly.
Bing. But she, of course, she still, still loved the child. It was still her child. That's why I mentioned also that the two women, they were harlots,
Right.
Think about this for a second.
Right.
That's the spirit. He had a solid spirit of judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If I could, this biblical Jerry Springer.
Oh,
right. Not Jerry Springer. Like
no.
The one that be like
Dr. Phil?
No, the other one. If I could,
Maury.
Maury ain't got, they ain't nowhere near on the level of King Solomon.
Oh no, so like I just meant like the women fight the situation of not knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not knowing, because the issue with this wasn't who the father is. It's about who the baby should belong to. You know what I'm saying? So, the one woman said, I want it's my baby. The other one said it's hers. And then King Solomon seeing whose bowels, who's had the compassion upon the baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was basically like a lie detector test right there.
Right.
Lie detector.
Yeah, exactly. So now that the woman that wanted to have the baby divided in half, right? I mean, damn, she's kind of like the woman that get the abortion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's the type woman that she would have probably killed the baby anyway. She killed her, probably killed hers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God,
probably killed hers.
Right.
The Most High through King Solomon gave the baby to who had compassion upon the baby.
Right.
Like say, even if she wasn't the biological mother, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, Moses wasn't raised by a biological mother either.
Right.
But still though, who loved the baby, but that did come out to be hers.
Right.
Her bowels yearned for that child because that was her child. The other one was cold and callous, covetous, only wanted was something that somebody else had. The only reason why she wanted a baby is because she said, oh, shit, this bitch got a baby.
Right.
This bitch got a baby. I want me a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how they be thinking a lot of times. Out of covetousness. You know what I'm saying? They be thinking like that. I mean, it be real. You see them like that all the time. Women like that all the time.
Right.
When damn good and well that she can't, she doesn't have the character to even take care of a baby like that for real. She's gonna destroy that child.
Oh God. Right. Oh, cool. Yeah, right. I was holding that scripture too.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
That was Exodus 21:35, right?
Yep.
All right, Most High Christ.
Do you want to read it? Do you want the trooper to read it?
You got it? I read it. You got it?
I ain't got it.
I got it. We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 35. And if one man's ox hurt another's, that he die, then they shall sell the live ox and divide the money of it. And the dead ox also they shall divide.
Here it is. Splitting everything down the middle. Right?
Right.
Take it slow. Read it from the top.
Khan. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 35. And if one man's ox hurt another.
Now think about it. What happened with the woman? Right?
Right.
What happened with that with the woman?
Split her to all the 12 tribes?
Wait a minute. No, not that one.
Oh.
The one that we just going over with King Solomon.
Oh, it's like it.
With the two children, the one that died. All right. Go ahead, take it from the top, word.
Khan. And if one man's ox hurt another's.
Now, go ahead.
That he died.
What happened to the one child? What happened to the one child? He
What
died.
happened to him?
Yeah.
Oh,
There was two
the
babies,
original,
right?
One died.
Yeah, there was two babies, right? One died. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Then they shall sell the live ox.
Okay.
And
What did they do? They brought the live baby before King Solomon, the two women, right? Go ahead.
and divide the money of it.
And what did King Solomon say? Okay, keep reading that, and then we're going to see what King Solomon said.
And the dead ox also they shall divide.
And so what did they do? Split the money and the ox down the middle, right? Okay, now I want to pull the scripture again where we was just at. When King Solomon said, bring your sword and divide the live child.
Okay. We in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 3, verse 24. And the king said, bring me a sword.
To do what? What part of the law?
Split it.
All right.
The same way like you did with the ox. Okay?
Right. This ain't saying go chop no baby in half, but he's using the judgment of the law that was ingrained in the Bible, and he had the spirit of what that law meant.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? He had the spirit of that. That's why he said, bring me, you know what I'm saying? Bring me the sword. King Solomon was he was on a deep level. I mean, I'm just saying, King Solomon was on a deep level. You know, he said, you know, bring me a sword to divide the child. Go ahead, boy.
And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, divide the living child in two and give half.
Yeah, here's it. Could you imagine the people that was standing around,
right,
how their faces was when you said that? He's like, what? They like, what? Yeah, they like, I'm going to divide the child. We know this dude ain't supposed to be the judge.
Right.
He talking about divide the baby in half.
Right.
Right? They think it like that. Right? Go ahead.
Divide the living child in two and give half to the one and half to the other.
Which bounces off the law concerning the ox, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Then spake the women whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son.
Why? Because she had what for the child? Mercy, right?
Right.
Now think about this for a second. What is the Most High's greatest attribute?
Mercy.
There you go. Even more than his power to destroy and do all of that, mercy reigns supreme.
Damn right.
And you know, the Most High endowed King Solomon with that type of wisdom and the mercy. And when he saw the mercy towards the one woman, he's like, that's the child's mother. Give him to her. Bing. Problem solved. You know what I'm saying? Problem solved. That is also brotherhood.
Right.
Because those babies were both what? Brothers.
Right.
They were brothers, wasn't they? They were Israelite children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Having good and just judgment in matters certainly helps brotherhood.
Right. Come.
Okay, let's go to 1 Timothy 6:20.
First Timothy.
No. Then I'll. First Timothy 6:20. No, yeah, 6:20. That's right.
Let's Timothy's. You said 16 and 20?
No, 6 and 20.
6 and
First
20.
Timothy.
Karukan.
It's in the back. The back of the Bible.
Karukan. Oh, it's lucky. First Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babbling and opposition of science, falsely so called.
Opposition to science, because we already know what that is today, don't we?
Karukan.
You know, coming up with all of this science stuff, trying to combat the Bible. They always trying to combat the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, things that they hate: Christ, black people, and the Bible. Three, you know what I'm saying? You know, the three hates on the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You always got to look at every attack. Every attack is aimed at at us. I mean, we, you know what I'm saying? We the people of the Bible.
Right.
They're attacking the God of the Bible. You know, us. You know, everything is aimed at that. Go ahead.
Falsely so called.
Falsely called. You had this stuff going on, all the way back then. False science going on. Go ahead.
Which so professing have erred concerning the faith. Grace be with thee. Amen.
You can see that today, Egyptology, right?
Right.
What do they boast themselves in? Science.
Right.
And all of that. And then their science is totally against brotherhood. Because they about some stuff, they don't give a damn about them. Egyptologists they don't give a damn about each other. They'll sleep with each other's women. All of that. The African Bambata was sleeping with the little dudes and stuff like that. I mean, they don't get it. Brotherhood is certainly not with them at all.
Right.
Well, we had the similar situation going on during the time of Timothy. Similar situation. As I say, it's nothing new under the sun. Right. Everything that's been done now was done before. Only thing is stuff just get a little stronger now.
Right.
It's like a disease that comes back stronger. Right. Okay, as a matter of fact, there's a couple of scriptures I want to go into also too, right quick. Just came into my mind. I'm going to those right quick. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 4. Yeah, we're gonna clear something up right quick.
Said 5 and 4.
Right. Ephesians 5 and 4.
Ephesians 5 and 4. Neither filthiness nor foolish talking nor jesting.
No, jesting. I want to deal with that right there. What does jesting mean? Anybody know?
Salakia?
Jesting.
Jesting. They taking in?
No, jesting.
Look
it up. Let's look up the definition.
Jesting?
Good.
Kind of if I could, it's like joking around, like playing around, and what I'm saying, like playing around, joking around, right. Things of that nature.
Karukan.
Being silly, basically.
Yeah, but you know how we do. Black people, we got bad. Nobody joke on each other like black people do.
Right.
And it was the same way back then.
Salakia, I had a cousin that could joke around when he heard the feelings and shit. Like that.
Yeah, we own stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying?
We own, silly stuff, niggas will be joking on niggas' ribs and all of that stupid stuff. That stuff should not be known among us at all.
Right.
Ever.
Damn right.
Never.
It can hurt your feelings straight up.
Yeah, and it can make you hurt somebody.
Con.
It can also provoke you to do that.
Right.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know, we should not be doing anything like that at all. You know, if that's the case, you know, I mean, hell, because I done seen this, you know, among a lot of people that know that they Israelites and everything, doing that silly stuff. I'm like, man, I can't believe the stuff that this dude is saying about, you know, you're not even supposed to even, you know what I'm saying? You're not even supposed to even, you know, be acknowledging another man's rib like that at all.
Right.
That's your sister. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's it.
Con.
You know, or you know, telling jokes about, you know, this, you know, you shouldn't be saying stuff that you wouldn't want said about you. You see what I'm saying? We have to make sure that things like that stay far from us, unless our claiming and being the home of the truth will start to look pretty tainted among people, wouldn't it?
Con.
So we have to make sure that stuff. That's why another Apostle Paul's giving that same type of reproof right here. He's pretty much saying, cut that shit out.
Right.
You know, in nigger voice. Apostle Paul was a straight up nigger. He was a hardcore nigger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead, keep reading that scripture though.
Which are not convenient.
Which are not convenient. What does it mean to not be convenient? Let's look that up.
Con.
The word convenient, the definition of the word convenient. Yeah, because all of this is going to help brotherhood. This is a brotherhood class, right?
Con.
All of this stuff is going to help brotherhood. No goddamn way. You know, niggas like us should be running around like high school kids with each other and shit. You don't put some lock in it.
Con.
It means fitting in well with the person's needs, activities, and plans.
Right. So it's not doing that, is it?
Right.
It's counterproductive to that, ain't it? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, keep going with the scripture, warrior.
Okay. But rather giving thanks.
Rather giving thanks. So every time that you think about telling some type of coarse joke against some brother, start to think, but the Lord has been good to me, because in reality, you are jokeable to him. He see your life and who you are. You know what I'm saying? He see you, you know, regardless of how great you think you are, or what accomplishments you think you have. You think he's really looking at you like that, like you're something special and great? No, he's not. You're jokeable. You're laughable. All heaven can laugh at your ass. So once you think about that, and then you're like, well, okay, let me just give thanks. You know what I'm saying? It comes down like that. Let me just give thanks.
Right.
You know. Now you can sit there and see how to take the mote out of your brother's eye now. Now you can see. Okay, let's keep going.
For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man.
Oh, no, what?
Covetous man.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that word, I'd like to deal with that one. Said, nor covetous man. Right? Because that's the reason behind a lot of joking. You covet something that man has. You know what I'm saying? Covet something that's why the Apostle Paul went right into that afterwards. After talking about, you know, y'all shouldn't be, you know, joking on each other like that. And then he went right into that.
Right.
Take it for read that again.
Okay. Neither For this ye know that no whoremonger.
Wait a minute, hold on. We'll stop with that one right there. It said no whoremonger, right? A lot of the reasons why niggas would joke on another nigga's rib because he want to bang her himself.
Right.
And that's called being, you know, a whoremonger. Actually, that's a fornicator.
Right.
The whoremonger is actually a pimp. But I mean, he would figure he would want to use this man's woman for his use. Go ahead.
Nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater.
Nor a covetous man who is an idolater, right? Because a lot of the times, a lot of the jokes stem out of those things. They stem out of. You hear a nigga joking on another nigga, you got to sit there and kind of think, okay, why is he, why is he like this against this one dude?
Right.
What's going on with this? You can't help but to think, where is this dude's heart really at? I mean, what does he have that this guy really wants? Or go ahead.
A lot of times when friends argue, or when you argue with somebody that you thought you was cool with, and then they say something that's like it's a joke, but they say something that's like directly like, dang, why would you say something like that?
Right.
But they're trying to say it as a joke, but they mean something deeper than just joking around.
Right.
They actually mean what they're saying, and not just joking.
Exactly.
Right.
Looking at the what's really going on with that person. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do that, and that stuff splits up long-time friendship. They don't even mess with each other like that no more.
Right.
Either that or they have a shootout. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or what I'm saying? It's something like that. Well, go ahead.
Okay. He hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
Said they won't have no inheritance.
Let no man
think
deceive.
about it. Notice for a second the whole jesting thing, because here's the thing: you can have a little joking session and seem innocent, right?
Right.
We all sitting around here, and I'm like, yeah, such and such a brother. What does that do? That puts a seed in everyone's mind and makes them look at him in a certain kind of way.
Right.
And you keep continually doing this, you know what it'll eventually end up turning into? It'll turn into hatred. That's what it does.
Right.
And Apostle Paul saw that stuff and nipped that right in the damn bud. It's like, don't be doing this bull crap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He saw that, nipped it right in the bud. You can't have brotherhood on that, because we can still be inside the school and slip back into the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While still being in the school.
Okay.
We can still do that and slip back into the world inside our own minds and stuff like that. We got to be also checking ourselves and stuff like that. And we should not let brothers jest about brothers and stuff like that, brothers and sisters, because that's something that brother would not like. If someone did it to him, he'd be ready to fight.
Right.
But now you're supposed to just take that, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The hell with that. You know what I'm saying? That is not brotherhood. It's not. It's not brotherhood. All right. Okay. It's another scripture. Then we're gonna close it out. Let's go to Galatians 5:15.
Okay.
Galatians 5:15. But if ye bite and devour one another.
What does that turn into? Say that again.
But if ye bite and devour one another,
We done seen this turn into the stuff like that in the world.
Right.
Oh, we think we're exempt from this, huh? No, we're not. You do where does it say judgment start at? Start at the house of the Lord, don't it?
Right.
We have a certain thing to uphold. You know what I'm saying? So if we doing it, the anger will probably be a little worse against us, believe that. Well, we want to make sure that we're doing, because I mean, this is brotherhood. We want to keep brotherhood, right? We don't just want to talk about it, do we?
Right.
We want to see what things threaten it and handle those situations and make sure that they don't destroy what it is that we have.
Right.
Want to make sure of that. Go ahead, keep going, Warrior.
this I say then. Oh, sorry. Take heed that ye be not consumed one of another.
That you be not consumed one of another, because what does it do? Just like all snowballs that run down a hill. Don't seem so big at first, do it?
Right.
Then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, it can knock down a few houses once it hit the bottom of the damn hill, can't it?
So come.
You see what I'm saying? And it can bury the people inside of it. See that? Starting off as a little snowball, something that was seemingly innocent, right? Just a little jokes, right? Well, everybody don't like that stuff.
Come on, come.
Everybody don't like it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then I say then, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
What is the lust of the flesh? The lust of the flesh is the stuff that you wanted to do, that you did when you was out there in the world.
Right.
You talk about, yeah, this nigga ain't shit, that's such and such and such a nigga, that nigga ain't shit, and sitting there trying to say that stuff, right in front of the brother's rib and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to really get some, leverage up on her and everything. That's why Apostle Paul went right into whoremongers and he went right into all of that. He went right into all of that. Right after that, Apostle Paul, he knew us well. You know what I'm saying? Read that part again.
This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Well, you walk in the spirit, you sitting there thinking, yeah, I was in the world, I wanted to bust some jokes on this nigga, but like, damn, now, hell with that. That's my brother. I wouldn't want him doing me like that.
That's right.
So I'm not going to do that to him.
That's right.
I'm not going to sit there and talk about this brother's rib or talk about, this or that. I'm not going to do any of that.
That's right.
That's why the Apostle Paul told you, way to, to totally skyrocket over all of that garbage. Walk in the spirit, and you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh, because the lust of the flesh wants you to do stuff like that. The lust of the flesh wants you to try to bring other brothers down so that you look good. That's what you did when you was in the world.
Right.
You did that when you was in the world. Oh, you're not going to bring that shit in here. I'm just saying. I'm not going to let you do it.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to let anybody do it. That's me. I'm not going to let you do it. I don't give a damn. You drag me to council, whatever the hell you want to do. We can rock it. We can rock it. We can rock the council. I'm not going to let you do it. Straight up.
Damn right.
Go ahead, Warrior.
For the flesh lusts against the spirit.
Yes. That's the war that you got to fight every day. That's the war. That's the battle that you have to fight. The flesh ain't just always you trying to sleep with some hoe. That's not that. You know what I'm saying? It don't only go that far.
God damn, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't got it was trying to sleep with some hoe, or if you was a thief, you think see a big knot of money, it'd be like, oh, one against the flesh, one against the flesh. No, the things that you don't think about a lot of the goddamn times. is what that's talking about.
Salaki, if I could. I was just talking to my rib about this earlier because she asked me a question about lust, you know, in a sexual manner. And I was like, lust is not always sexual.
Right.
You can have a lust for money, for cars,
Right.
for clothes, for
Right.
anything that you put, you know, make a priority other than being righteous is a lust.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yes. Yes. Food can be a lust also.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
You know I like to eat.
We don't let the food. We all ISUPK. We like to eat. But you know, here's the thing though. We don't let the like to eat, you know, alter our minds to where, you know,
you send them against the Most High.
Right, exactly.
Nah, I don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't let it get like that.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? We control, you know, our eating. It's a matter of fact, it's a scripture in the Apocrypha. I ain't gonna go through it, but for lack of time, but it's a scripture that talks about that. You know, a man who eats moderately. You know,
what does that mean?
Moderately, just enough for himself to be sustained and stuff like that. Eating for strength. You know, and not for slothfulness. Not to be just indulging in food and sex. And the sex is good.
Oh no, I was trying to figure out if I was on the wrong path, because you know I like to eat.
Salakia, Christ got accused of being a glutton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For real?
He like to eat. You know, Christ got accused of being a glutton because he liked to eat.
Yeah, he wasn't being a glutton. What it is they were just trying to find fault with him. That's what they were trying to do. They called him a glutton and a wine bobber. What did they do? They called him a glutton and a drunk.
Right.
That's what they called him. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we already know that the Lord dealt with them niggas too.
Goddamn right.
The Lord did. You know what I'm saying? You come up with a false accusation against somebody, the Lord gonna deal with you.
Right.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna hit you hard. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how much more so when they did that with Christ. Good night. I mean, really though, you know, so we gotta watch, you know, that's part of what they doing. Sit back, looking at Christ and everything, and then they kept trying to fault find with him.
Right.
Your people, they don't wash their hands before they eat.
Right.
Oh, that ain't in the law. Just like it's not in the law to against enjoying wine.
Right.
And it's not against the law to enjoy food. But they try to make it like he was just lusty dude and he was just they try to make it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what they try to make it like. They try to make it like he just grabbing big old vials of wine and just and then just taking all the food and eating all the big old, you know, like he's Og of Bashan or something. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it like that.
Right.
The drunken master.
Yeah, they try to make him like that, you know. That's what they try to do. You know. And then they looked at, you know, like the disciples didn't wash their hands. It looked like they just got through wiping their, you know, the way they see it, they just got to wiping their ass and then just went and grabbed the food, you know.
Right.
They like that, you know. They were like that. And you know what? They also boasted themselves in keeping the law, statutes, and commandments too.
Right.
You know that? Everybody know that? They were the Pharisees.
Right.
What do you think they were saying? They were supposed to be promoting the law, statute, commandments, right?
Right.
They were quoting the law, statute, commandments. Keep the law, keep the law, keep the commandments. When they doing that, just like what IUIC and them do, they were doing that. But they were sitting there trying to kill Christ's legacy. They was trying to kill, you know, they was, what was it, what you call it, the defamation of character. Trying to assassinate his character and all of that, which is pretty much trying to kill the man.
Right.
And so which also means they were hating the man. And the Bible say any man that hated his brother without cause is a murderer. And if you're a murderer, how you keeping the commandments? I was the red cut.
You know what I'm saying? I felt that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? How you keeping the commandments? You hating your brother like that. You sitting there looking and trying to nitpick with him. You know what I'm saying? Even if something that seems so simple, why ain't y'all washing those hands?
Right.
That's still hatred.
Right.
One thing, it ain't in the law to go and then, you know what I'm saying, and do all of that. That's customs that they made up themselves, right? And Christ had to cut them. And so when he cut them, what did they do? They went back to their little council. Mad as hell, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Sit at their little table and all of that. What we gonna do back? He said this, he said that. Well, how can I come back with it? Oh, no, he kind of cut you with it. He gotta cut you. He gotta cut you right there. I mean, we'll find some other way. I mean, we just can't use that. We probably want to go to another argument.
Right.
No, we don't want to mess with that. You know. So now you got a council of murderers. A council of murderers. But both in keeping the commandments. Right. Ain't that something? Yeah. See that?
Exactly.
And that made us look bad among all the Romans too.
Right.
Because they looking at us also. They looking at us and being like, damn, I mean, we, you know, they sitting there trying to kill this man. Oh, you want some?
No, it's like I was, you know, just what you were saying. I don't want to say because they look, ain't that y'all brother?
Right, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, y'all supposed to be, you know, keeping the commandments and the laws and all of that, and love thy neighbors ourselves. And look what y'all trying to do to this man who y'all can't even find a fault in.
Right. Good night.
You know what I'm saying? Right. They're like, y'all can't even find a fault with this man.
That's heavy.
And y'all still trying to murder this dude.
That is heavy.
Now think about it. They wasn't waiting on a Messiah.
Right.
But at the same time, they couldn't help but to see a blameless man.
Right.
Right? They didn't know who Christ was. Right. You know what I'm saying? All they knew was like, damn, I mean, it's nothing that, of course, they investigated him, of course.
Of course, on God.
They like, we can't, you know, find no fault with him, you know, but his people still want to kill him.
Right.
Like, damn, you know, these are some evil ass. Now we know why 70 AD happened.
Damn right.
Now we know why.
On God.
You know what I'm saying? Now we know why. That was the anger of the Lord behind what our people did to Christ, to a blameless man.
Right.
You know? So, of course, all hell gonna break loose. Of course. Yes, no doubt. And now we know why.
Go,
we went on the slave ships. You know? I mean, hell, before the Christianity, we were still running around with them voodoo dolls, and we stuck some of them on the slave ships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Had voodoo dolls, little idols and stuff on the ship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where was we at, Salaki? That was Galatians 5 and 15.
Yep. 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I'm at 17 right now.
Okay, go on.
You want to keep going?
Yeah. See what else. Let's say.
And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Right. So we have to understand that we fight with two sides of ourselves. Right. We fight with two sides. Spirit and flesh. And you got to pick. What does the scripture say? I said before you life and death, pick which one you will.
So
paraphrasing, pick which one you will, you know. And that's what the Apostle Paul is saying right here too, in the New Testament. Right. Saying the same thing.
So
either you're gonna love your brother, you're gonna love your neighbor, or you're not. That's just that.
That's right.
That's how it is. Damn right.
That's right.
Do we have any more?
Yeah. 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Okay, I wanted to get to that part where we talk about lest you to be devoured one by another. Where we at with that? That's another.
Oh, that was 15. We already read that.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to that. I want to revisit that one time.
15. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one another.
It will consume one by another. Each one devouring up the other one. Become a damn shark's den. Right? Yeah. We want to avoid that thing. And there's seemingly small, little, so seemingly innocent things that lead up to things like that. Next thing you know, dude heard such and such said something about him, and said something about this and something about that, and stuff built up, and then next thing you know, there or whatever the case is. Next thing you know, they at it.
Oh God! So like it if I could.
Go ahead.
Is that along the line of being like the crabs in the barrel?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is that basically saying if y'all like arguing and stuff, but don't take it too far, that y'all don't like kill each other, kind of like?
No, here's the thing, all right, when it comes to arguing, people can disagree on something. Remember when the scripture talk about submitting yourself one to another?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If the dude's not seeing your point, fine. You just let it go. Fine. He's not seeing your point, where you're coming from, fine. That's how you keep the peace. Change the subject. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Arguing over goddamn who's the better, LeBron or them Zion Williams. Now y'all in a heated damn argument over something as stupid as I don't know what, because neither one of you niggas play ball. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of you niggas is getting paid off the goddamn NBA.
Right.
Neither one of you niggas is, you know what I'm saying? And y'all sitting there arguing about that, who the hell's better.
Right.
Next thing you know, y'all damn near in each other's damn face. Change the goddamn subject.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Damn right.
It's not that serious.
So it's just taking it too far, like being consumed is just like going too far into it.
Right.
Yeah, but not only that, but when you start to hitting somebody's home and stuff like that,
okay.
When brothers start talking about somebody's real, and start talking about this, and that stuff is a trigger,
right,
that'll make certain dudes snap.
Right.
And you always have to understand too, certain brothers, you don't want to provoke one another. That's another scripture right there. Let's pull that. I mean, we run a little bit over the time. I want to talk about provoking one another.
Okay.
Galatians 5:26.
Okay. The book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 26. Let us not be desirous of vainglory.
Of vainglory. Can anybody tell me what vainglory is?
Should like if it could, like a lot of pain, a lot of war,
No.
War?
Well, I mean, if people can have vainglory from being in war and killing people and all of that stuff, be thinking
I'm saying, cause
no dude and all of that.
It's like being prideful and like what you've done, or like
and your accomplishments and stuff like that. Yeah, something like that.
Right.
We'll go here.
Con. Provoking one another.
Wait a minute. What is provoking one another? That's what I wanted to get at right there. Provoking one another. Provoking one another to do what?
To
wickedness.
Go ahead.
The wickedness.
To anger. Well, let me tell you what. Let me give you an example.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see, let me give you an example. All right. When I first came into, I was a trooper. Me and Maria got into it. She was trying to start a fight with me. Right? All right. We had this little spray bottle that we used to spray the cat when she sprayed the cat because she hated the cat getting up on the furniture. Right? And she would spray the cat, with that spray bottle, and the cat would go run and hop off, the furniture and everything, right?
Right.
All right. She starts a fight with me, starts to argue with me. She picks that up and sprays it dead in my face.
Good night.
And when I got pissed off about it, she grabbed her phone and started trying to record.
Police.
Provoking one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have to watch out for things like that. Make sure that we're not doing that because you're trying to provoke your brother. You ain't operating you know, in brotherhood. You're not doing that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And sisters are also obligated to keep up brotherhood also.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be even more so in support of brotherhood than they are sisterhood.
Right.
To be honest with you.
So come.
You know, and when it comes to sisterhood, they should be coming together to do a duty. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that for a future class, though. We ain't got no time for me to go into all of that. But their sisterhood should be based on them coming together to do a specific duty, because King Solomon said it himself, "In the congregation of women come forth wickedness."
Mm.
They all sitting around at the table. Yeah, they talk about Yahusha, right?
Right. Nah.
What they talking about?
Foolishness.
Yeah, their mind drifts right into wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
It drifts, always does. It drifts right into something wicked.
Oh,
And they start giggling. You know what I'm saying? Have them a little bit of wine.
It made me giggle.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. They start giggling, have them a little bit of wine. You know, next thing you know, they're talking about what brothers they think is fine, and they married though. What brothers they think is fine, what brothers they think is ugly, and all of that stuff, you know, and this sister, what they talk about, whatever sister's not at the goddamn table.
Mm.
Whatever sister's not at the table, her ass is getting talked about. And laughed about. Which goes back to the scriptures that we were talking about the goddamn jesting.
Right.
Yeah, make sure your woman ain't doing it also.
Come on.
Make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one thing, if you doing it, it's gonna be hard for you to correct her when she do it.
Right.
Because what is she gonna do? She gonna say, "Well, you do it too." Yeah, I heard you talk about such and such, and she can name off every brother you done talked about. She can name every one of them. And what you said when you talked about it. She's gonna remember all of that. That's going in the database. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna remember all of that, everything you said about that brother. And then other sisters is gonna know when they sit back in their hee ha ha in the tea time with them other sisters. Other people's gonna know too. Right. And how that gonna make you look? It's gonna make you look bad.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? This priest is proper. Right? Yeah. Kind of difficult to convince somebody of that shit, huh? Right. At that time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk though, you know.
Right.
So, that being said, we are the I.S.U.P.K. coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA, pay tithes. We got the Feast of Purim coming up. Go ahead, give it to me, Trooper. What's the dates?
Salakia. Nah, March 8th and the 9th, and you got April 9th, the Passover, which GEN.YAHANNA is commanding all camps to be there. It's an order. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Damn right.
With that being said, about to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yaquan, fresh out of New York.
God. It's like
Philly.
Oh, out of Philly. So lock it.
God. I thought I was gonna get it.
There's the announcements. Yeah, got into the announcements. I'm going to handle the prayer.
Oh, Cuddle Khan. See right there. All you do is the I.S.U.P.K. announcement. Cuddle Khan. He do the rest.
Right.
Cuddle Khan.
All right. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations was the Feast of Purim.
Karukan.
Which is March 8th.
March 7th and 9th.
March 7th and 9th.
Karukan.
And we got the Passover.
Guys, believe that.
April 9th through the 12th. Commander General
right.
Right. All camps must be in attendance.
Damn right.
All right. Remind Akim and Agua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Imagium.
That's right.
Upon how you done, rather face the east.
You know how to do it? Hey, Shalaki out to rock. She don't know how to. All I know is this.
That'll be for the after.
Oh, okay. Go to con.
Lord's Prayer. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahoo. Lakuka. Taba'a. Bazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baharatasa. Kawat. Hayah. Basamayo. Tamanao. The come. The one. What's locked now? Kawafinawa. Kawafinawa. Well, now. What's I want? The ball.
I was shy now. My young. Right. Kaya. The car. I'm a lakwa. At the part. Aman. In the English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Ever. So be it. Prayer full of power. Yahweh. Bashimi Awashah. Thundernawa. The water in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wayawashah. Walahayim. Matzaba'ah. Al-Wak Yahanna. Al-Wakim. Asarayayim. Hakatayayim. Hakayayim. Wakwakim. Yahweh. Bashimi Awashah. Wada. The English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Manager Yahweh. General. Captain. Officer. Troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. Name Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. The anointing prayer. The Barakah. Yahweh. Wayashmarka. Yahar. Yahweh. Ayaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Ayaka. Wayasham. The Ka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashimi Awashah. Barak. Rapah. Magun. the Hall family,
the Hall family,
Puckett family,
the Puckett family,
Todd family,
Todd family,
all destroyed of Israel,
all destroyed of Israel.
Done. You next.
Israel.
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 Done.
Done. All destroyed of Israel.
All the
Done.
of Israel.
All destroyed of Israel.
All right.
Done.
Pray for all your family, whoever you want to pray for. All the prayers who you want to pray for. Whatever you want to pray for. For the family.
Okay. Pray for my family.
Pray for the sister's family. By Shimmy, I was shy.
By Shimmy, I was shy.
The water I'm on.
The water I'm on.
English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon
Be
thee.
gracious unto thee.
Be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Lift up his countenance upon
And
thee.
give thee peace.
And give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
The names of the lovers.
The name of the Lord is his name.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
Speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
Princes.
The princes.
Priests.
Priests.
Israelite brothers in the school.
Israelite brothers in the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
Refuse to give to the school.
And refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Into thy sanctuary.
Into our sanctuary.
And evils and curses.
Into our sanctuary.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
Court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments are enemies.
Amalek, synagogues, and armies.
Amalek, synagogues, and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christology.
Christology.
Militia. Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Eyes. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airwaves. Cable access channel. And the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. And stand in the way. And try to stop us. Broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. And the plague shake. House of the thief. And the murderer. Yahweh. Michael and Gabriel. Down with the flying saucer. Punish all the heathen. That come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause to be known. All. It is the angel that hath done it. Cause it to be spread. Through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause of the shake of thy covenant. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it. Which means the term. Men of Israel. Amadi Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Bashim El Shabarakatham. Yazbatah. Courtesy salute to the sister. Amadi Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shabbat. Tell her what to do, warrior.
Yahweh.
No.
Oh, Selassie.
One hand over the other. Right hand over the left. Okay.
Yahweh. Shamar. Alatan. Bahashim Yahweh Shah.
Yazbatah. Class dismissed.
Most High Christ.
Good.